Welcome to the New Life Podcast. This is episode number 2. Topic of discussion today, superheroes. I'm joined by Evan and Coulson.
How's it going, you guys?
What's good?
So where do we want to start? I mean, there's the MCU, there's the DCEU, or the DCU, or World of DC. I don't know what the hell it's called now. There's CW. There's like a range of properties we can touch on that we will fight on and debate on.
Okay, starting off, I know me and Evan know a lot more. No offense.
I know more about the TV shows and movies.
Yeah,
I'd give you
not
that.
Not more than you guys.
No, but so I would just like to, any questions you have during the entire podcast.
We'll slow down.
Answer. We'll slow down and we'll
hold your hand.
Yeah.
And for all you listening, if we're wrong on anything, we're sorry.
But
yeah,
I'm
please don't
probably
hurt
not
us.
going to be wrong.
Yeah.
Fight me in the comments. I do a lot of research.
Yeah, okay. We're going to see some arguments in the comments and on this video, so enjoy it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, where are we starting?
Alright, so how about we start with, where do you see the MCU in the next couple of years? Like, what movies do you think would help branch it off from this kind of first section that's ending? See, we know that we're going to get Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2 is inevitable, Spider-Man 2 is happening, Captain Marvel, and Black Widow are pretty much all we know about the next kind of future for the MCU, possibly the Eternals, which is like a whole different thing that I don't know too much about either, so I can't, give my 2 cents. But what do you guys want to see happen to the MCU now? Like, what other properties or what ways do you think they could help build upon the universe that hasn't been built upon yet?
Can I just say I loved Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good.
I love that movie. I wasn't a big fan of the villain.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
He was a good take on it. I like the take on the Vulture in that movie. I like Tom Holland. He's a good Spider-Man.
He's a great
funny.
Spider-Man.
I feel like Tobey Maguire was a great Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 is an iconic movie, but he was
Without a doubt.
he was very nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
And
totally.
And then contrary to that, Andrew Garfield wasn't as nerdy. He was more of the funny kind of joking Spider-Man.
I got a lot of Ultimate Spider-Man vibes from him in a way.
Yeah. And then Tom Holland does both, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At school, he's the nerdy kid who doesn't really fit in. But then when he's puts on the suit and he's Spider-Man, he's the funny guy. Have you seen that really old movie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's a perfect Spider-Man.
Yeah, at this point, he's definitely one of my favorite Spider-Man.
I will say, when I first saw the film, I thought it was more of a teen drama, and I was kind of taken back by it, but after a couple further viewings, I did enjoy it, because I've always been a big fan of the first 3.
Yeah,
and
it just adds to the storyline.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, and it makes Peter Parker more human, because it's the stuff that maybe we dealt with or other kids dealt with in high school, and
it's just very relatable to the younger generation.
Very relatable, and I think that's what the MCU is doing a good job on, is that
relating.
Yeah, no, because you have the adult, maybe Captain America, how he deals with the war and not trauma in a sense in Tony Stark, and you have Bruce Banner with the demon within, and there's a lot of different angles and storylines that people can relate to, Peter Quill using music as kind of to get out of reality, and
the MCU draws a lot from real world. A lot of storylines are real world, but then exaggerated, of course.
Yeah.
Moving forward, I know they got the rights to the X-Men and Fantastic Four back.
Pretty much the Fox stuff.
Man, I wasn't a big fan of the Fantastic Four when they came out with their first movie.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel I like the Fantastic Four in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
The movies were okay, but I feel it's the same. If Marvel does it, they're gonna do it right.
Yeah, and I've just never been a Fantastic Four guy, I guess. I think the movies, I got an idea of what the movie, or what the characters were like from the movies, and I've never really read a lot of the comics, but I feel they're the team, in my opinion, that fit better in, a different storyline that's not centered around them. I love the Fantastic Four, and I've always been a Human Torch fan, and, a fan of the Thing, but, when they're in, say, Infinity Gauntlet, they weren't in the Infinity Gauntlet. I was just making an example. Imagine if they were part of the Infinity Gauntlet as an arcing narrative, and they were side characters that were helping with the epidemic. I would like their supporting roles a lot more than their kind of centered main character roles, because I've just
I'll turn it around on the same sense of the X-Men. Mm-hmm. I was never a big X-Men comic book fan. Mm-hmm. I know you were an X-Men comic book fan, so
that's what got me into comic books. X-Men.
But the movie, I take a lot of my opinions on the X-Men from the movies.
That's what happened to me. That's how I started. Yeah.
So I kind of drifted further away from the X-Men because of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, like, I just don't know much about them.
No,
for me
yeah. That's
to
like me with
have
Fantastic
an
Four.
opinion. Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, like the movies pretty much represented the Fantastic Four with one villain, and that was Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
And after that, it was like they don't have anybody else. But lo and behold, they got like Mole Man, which I didn't realize was a Fantastic Four villain as a kid. Whereas the X-Men, there was so much, and I still love the movies. And you have like the comics and the cartoons, which are badass, and that's kind of what kind of drew me into the comics. And then I became more involved. I was always a big Spider-Man guy too, so like the cartoons, like Spectacular Spider-Man, and I think those were the two main Marvel. Because actually, now that I think about it, I think as a kid, subconsciously, I was more of a DC guy.
Yeah.
Because you got like Batman, Superman, Flash, Green Lantern, Justice League. Like I never realized it until now. Like I love Marvel, but I think maybe DC has a bit of edge.
And I feel like a big thing is that Marvel didn't really show off characters as much until now.
Yeah.
Like until the first Iron Man movie came out, Marvel only did Spider-Man stuff or X-Men stuff.
Because like they were like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thing that I want to say about DC, I hate the fact that they changed the actor for Flash in Justice League.
You wanted to be Grant Gustin?
Yep.
I think Grant probably would have been the better choice.
Grant is the best Flash, hands down.
He's a
Yeah,
good
I
version
mean,
of Flash. I think they should have done a less comedic Flash, like a
That
Grant
was too-
Gustin style.
Yeah,
He
more
was-
serious.
Unless they were going to do a Wally West character.
And
I think
I
it-
hated how in the end of the movie, Superman and the Flash had a race to see who was faster.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, Flash should always be faster.
yeah, no, that's
in the comic books, the Flash is much faster than
Yeah,
Superman.
Superman can't be the best at everything.
That's
No.
exactly what it is, because that always made me mad, because that's
Yeah.
the one thing that Flash should have over Superman.
Yeah,
If Superman
it's
takes
his
that away
speed.
from him, why would Flash be on the Justice League?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Superman can be good at everything, but he
Yeah.
can't be the best at everything.
'Cause
He can
then
be the
that-
best at one thing, and I'll give him the other superpowers,
Yeah.
but he can't be the best at something else, like, that somebody else has.
Like, don't say he's
Yeah.
the world's greatest detective, because then you're taking a big chunk away from Batman.
Yeah.
Nobody's called him that, but that's an example.
But this
like,
is
you know.
my thing. Superman has all of the powers, right?
Pretty
and in the
much,
comics,
yeah.
but I feel like in the movies they focus too heavily on that.
Yeah.
Like in Man of Steel and all that, it's just that. But that's not Superman's like character.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Like you said, the Flash's thing is he's fast.
Yeah, that's
Superman's-
his only thing. Like, he can fight,
Yeah.
but his main thing
Thing
is
that
his
he's
super
fast.
speed.
But because they've made Superman up to be this character that's just has all the powers and he's a god.
Yeah.
It takes away from all of the other characters. But Superman's not like he's obviously one of the most important characters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he's
And-
not the most important because he's the most powerful.
No, but they can make like they have. They
Yeah.
can make a solo Superman movie and make him the best at everything.
Yeah.
But if they're trying to mesh him with Justice League,
Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't have to be the best. He doesn't have to
Yeah.
be the best at everything to be Superman, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just didn't they only touched on him.
Just a quick thing, guys. Sorry if you heard the announcements in the background. A little bit
we
technical
are
difficulties.
recording this at school.
Yeah, you gotta understand, when you're starting off a podcast, you don't have a lot of options, so you can take what you can get.
No, but I mean, this works.
No, this works perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I'm just,
We're chilling in the drama room right now.
Yeah.
One of the change rooms.
once we get our own place, totally different story. But anyways,
Yeah, the
continue.
only background noise you'll hear is Jordan.
Yeah.
He's not with us for this podcast, obviously.
No, it's just the three amigos right now.
Yeah.
But no, and in the Justice League movie, that's a problem I had because in Batman v Superman, Wonder Woman came in and saved everyone, and then in Justice League, Superman came in and saved everyone.
Yeah.
There's no team dynamic.
No, there was nothing.
There wasn't. Like, my favorite scenes, and I love the chemistry between the Avengers when they're talking.
Yeah.
But my favorite scenes are always, like, even in Age of Ultron, that big fight scene.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see that so bad.
Because
in
they're working
Infinity
off
War.
each other.
Yeah, and when it comes to Avengers 4, and if there is a big fight scene like that, that's going to be my favorite part of the movie. 'Cause it's
I
just-
love the fight scene in Civil War.
Yeah.
Well, like where they're
The tarmac.
They're all the good guys are teamed up against each other.
Yeah.
It adds so
Yeah.
much suspense.
But even, like, in the first Avengers, when they're fighting all the aliens, and, like, Cap shoots at Iron Man's shield, and he, like...
Yeah,
oh, my
yeah.
God. Iron Man shoots at Cap's shield, and he, like, deflects at them, and then, like, Black Widow's like, Cap, I need a lift. He's like...
Yeah,
that stuff is just...
Them
Iron Man
working
takes
together.
Hawkeye to the roof.
And then, like, the roundabout shot, and they're all just, like, getting ready to do something.
Yeah.
But that's not in Justice League.
No.
And, like, I know some of the characters... Like, Batman isn't as strong as Superman, but in all of the comics and all of the cartoons, he's doing stuff.
Exactly.
And he's like, it's not just nobody's standing by watching Superman beat the hell out of the villain.
No, and in Justice League, they made Batman out to be a wuss.
I know.
They neutered his character and made him all funny and comedic, like, oh, he's back. Oh, like they ruined his character really badly.
And in Batman versus Superman,
Yeah.
Batman won.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like even though like you could argue that,
Yeah.
but like Superman ended up dead.
Yeah, no, and I think they ruined the death of Superman storyline. And if they
Yeah.
were to do it, like,
They should have waited long.
to be fair though, like, you're not going to be able to do it as good as they did in the comics, because when they did it in the comics, people already thought he was going to be dead forever.
But
They brought him back
Yeah.
so they could add more.
Yeah.
They could
Yeah,
do
but that's
more
the
with
thing.
Superman. Like
You-
they don't
which
want
they-
him dead.
You'll never
Yeah.
have that impact again.
But
even if you kill him off in
I mean,
movies.
like, if you did it in the movies, that has to be it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
if you kill him off again, he's not coming back to life.
but then
Yeah,
again, it's Superman.
I know
so
it's super.
like,
Okay, eventually it will come back and recast, but you have to find an actor that characters like people fall in love with, like like Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
or the Captain America.
when they
So
do die, it's very
Yeah.
very emotional.
or like
And it impacts you in a
Something
way.
that did happen is Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's dead. Like
I
he's
know,
not
Logan.
coming back,
Oh
which
my
is terrible.
God.
He was the heart of the X-Men movies.
But that's like you have to, like that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
If like you can't just bring him back the next movie. But going off of what you said about Batman,
yeah.
like I know a lot of people argue that Batman's one of the weakest Justice League members.
No.
I'm a really big Batman
When it
fan.
comes to brains, he's probably the smartest when it comes to brains.
I think Batman is the most dangerous character superhero in
Fair
DC.
enough. Yeah.
And that's just my opinion, yes, but like he can hold his own with the Justice League.
Yeah.
He can hold his own against Superman.
yeah, it's
And-
just they made him
yeah.
out to be such a
Just a
wuss in the
joke,
movie.
yeah.
Like his
Yeah.
character was a joke.
Yeah.
He got beat up by the bad guys.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't happen to
No, it
Batman.
doesn't. And like he can take a blow. I'm not saying he's invulnerable.
No.
He can take a blow.
He's human.
They
But-
made him look like an old man.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
but
He is getting older, but
Yeah.
he's still like he's fit. He's
Yeah.
And if you're
He's
trying to create,
Batman.
I know.
trying to create like a franchise with this
Yeah.
character, you start him off young.
Yeah,
you don't make
can't
him
make
old.
him old, and you can't kill Superman off in the second movie.
Exactly. That's
Like,
ridiculous.
That's not. You're obviously not going to be able to move from that, and that's what. Like I mean, Ben Affleck quit.
Yeah. And so did Henry
so
Cavill.
Henry Cavill, which
I
is
forgot about that.
Yeah, that was September now.
But where do they?
Wow.
How do they go from here?
Exactly.
Like,
you
who did they
lost your
cast?
two biggest heroes.
And you can't like they keep making movies, and they started turning around. Like Aquaman looks like a good movie.
Yeah.
Didn't they try to like hire Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah,
There
well,
was
no, it was
talking about
rumored,
it
I
as
think.
Superman.
Superman, yeah.
But it's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think, yeah.
I think at this point they're just gonna make a couple more solo movies, and eventually they're gonna have to reboot.
I think I heard somewhere, this may not be true, but they're going to stick with solo movies and just solo properties, which is probably the smartest thing, because they did not clearly think this through. They just went,
No,
Marvel's got a good 8 years ahead of us. Okay, Superman's first. Batman, and we can put Superman in the movie. Okay, that makes it go by like 2 years faster. Wonder Woman can be there because we can make a Wonder Woman then we can make Justice League. What about, you need a Flash movie? A Cyborg movie?
Yeah.
Oh, let's put Cyborg in the movie because that makes sense. Sorry, Green Lantern. And Aquaman, don't they all need movies because they're very well established heroes? No, just put them in the movie. Rush them in there. Let's make a super...
Aquaman movie is out, right?
It's coming up
Yeah, it's
next
coming
month.
out.
Next
Yeah,
month.
December.
Holy cow.
I'm just saying, like,
That came quick.
they all have to have a background before they come together.
Yeah, no, it was. I liked how Batman was like going to see Flash and stuff, but you need to establish their characters first. Like Flash just kind of came in because like I know they kind of did the same thing with Spider-Man, but like it worked because
And they also
Because
kind of
we-
did the same thing with Ant-Man.
yeah, no, because it's like we already
Well,
kind of
yeah, but it was like an Ant-Man. There was an Ant-Man movie before he was introduced in Civil
yeah.
War.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
yeah, yeah, well, yeah, I guess so,
But we knew Spider-Man
And like
before that. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Like there was multiple Spider-Man movies
Yeah.
before
yes,
the Avengers
that's
started.
exactly what it is. Because the thing is, even if it's not in the same universe, people get the idea and they don't
Yeah.
want to see like another thing. But with Flash, that was the
Yeah.
first movie he was ever in, and
Yeah.
he's been big since like the Barry Allen Flash since like
Yeah.
the 1950s, right?
Yeah.
So you really need to pull out on all the stops,
Yeah.
and they just lazily said Ezra
Yeah.
Miller, who's not a bad actor, he's just a bad Flash, and they said. Okay, he's gonna be awkward and funny, which should have totally been like if you're like I think if you got rid of the awkward part, you just call him Wally West. You get a new actor like
Yeah.
KJ Apa who plays Archie. He'd be a good Wally.
Would Wally West be in the Justice League?
He has been.
Yeah, and there's been I think
in future movies.
I think
he'll be a part.
I think, well, if they get their stuff together. I think if they're having trouble making one Flash movie about the most popular Flash, then they shouldn't.
How would you feel about two speedsters on the same team?
That'd be.
They would probably get rid of one of them.
No, because usually, like, if Barry's on Justice League, Wally's Teen Titans, or Wally's doing his own thing, and then Barry, because, like, in Crisis...
I guess Barry could, like, hit up
Iris, or, like, he could just kind of...
like Wally. He could hit up Wally and be like, hey, Wally, I need your help.
Yeah,
He could be in a movie or two.
Yeah, and
but he can't be, like...
They're uncle and nephew, too, so that works out.
Yeah.
In the comics.
In the comics, but in the
I
TV
meant
show,
White Wally.
Yeah, in the TV show they are siblings. Well,
siblings.
Kind of.
Now they're kind of stepbrothers, like because of Iris,
Oh,
but they were kind of stepbrothers.
They're like in-laws too.
Yeah, because Barry is adopted by Joe.
Yeah, that's right.
But and Wally is Joe's son.
Going off establishing like the Flash though, like a lot of people argue that he was established because of the TV show. But it wasn't the same type of Flash, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a personal bigger fan of the comedic Green Arrow. I love the Arrow TV show.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do a movie with a comedic Green Arrow, you can't just assume people understand him.
No, you have to give him a background.
Yeah, especially because Stephen Amell's like a gritty, badass kind of Arrow versus like a badass comedy Arrow.
Which is like Justin Hartley from Smallville. Shout out to Smallville.
Yeah. But, like, it's two different things. You have to establish why he's like that.
Exactly.
Like, if they I would have preferred a more comic-accurate Barry Allen, but if they had established, like, this is him, he's funny, he's quirky, in his own movie, and then brought him into Justice League, I probably would have liked him more.
Yeah, because you would have more time to have grown with him and, like, see, like, why he is how he is. And I wish they delved more into like his relationship with his father, because I thought that was really important. That's always been pretty important. So
for people like me, I've never actually seen the Arrow TV show because it is not on Netflix.
No, same. Yeah.
And so if they put let's say Green Arrow into Justice League, I wouldn't understand where he's coming from.
Yeah. But I mean, unless you did a little like
research. And nobody wants to do research like. Some people do, but people just want to go sit down, enjoy, and understand a movie.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Arguably, the worst character in the first Avengers movie is Hawkeye. Yeah. I like Hawkeye.
I loved Hawkeye in the first movie.
The first movie?
Yeah, because he had no powers.
Yeah, I know.
He had no suit. He had nothing.
I like Hawkeye and I like Black Widow in the Avengers movies.
Yeah,
but people don't care about them as much because of.
Sorry again.
Yeah, sorry about that. Because of them not being established prior to that.
Fair enough.
Like
Black Widow was in Iron Man 2 though, right?
Yeah, but I mean still.
And Hawkeye was in Thor.
Hawkeye was in Thor.
Yeah. But that was only like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because he pulled out his bow and arrow, he looked all badass, and it's like, he's he's detained.
He's busy. But like they weren't established as well as they could have been.
Fair enough.
But that was like most of the cast of Justice League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like besides 3 characters, they were all the Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Pretty much.
And
yeah.
I like the characters, but people just can't connect to them as well because they don't.
Yeah, they don't have their own movies.
Yeah, they don't know about them.
And I know that like. I'm just going back to the X-Men movies quickly here, and the reason why, like, you could easily say the same thing about the X-Men movies. Like, you have a whole team of superheroes here, yet none of them have their own solo movies to be like set
defined
apart.
By.
Exactly, but the thing is, what works with X-Men is they've always been known as a team. Like, they've always been
like the Fantastic Four.
Exactly. So they don't need solo movies. If you understand, if you can put their who they are and their quirks within the movie and show why they're a team, it makes sense. Whereas Justice League, they're all solo heroes who are just coming together occasionally or under one roof to fight a bigger epidemic that not one or two can fight on their own.
Which is like CW, going back to that era. Like that works so well with that because they have all these super powerful heroes doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And then every year they come together. Like you need something like that. The development of the characters. So when they all do come together, you don't have to focus on developing them. You just have to focus on these badass heroes kicking ass.
Which is like what they're doing with Avengers, because they'll do the first round, like, okay, here's all their initial movies, then bam, Avengers, then, they're round 2, this is how they're developing after that first movie. Iron Man's got post-traumatic stress disorder, Cap's dealing with Hydra invading S.H.I.E.L.D., all this other stuff, Thor, like, shitty movie, bam, then the second movie hits. Then that hits, okay, and then you go to the third phase, Cap and Iron Man are fighting, Thor and Hulk are in space, and it's building up to the Infinity War.
They tear apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Avengers are nothing.
Yeah, because could you imagine watching Infinity War without Civil War prior to that?
Oh
like if
my
they just kind of
God.
thrown into the start of Infinity War that they don't like each other anymore.
That would have been that.
It
It would
would
have been weird.
and they would have it would have been so rushed.
Yeah, and there was like no time to kind of understand the story and just and then I think and I know kind of like they're doing Avengers 4 really quickly, but like you kind of have to. That's the thing, because where do you go? So you do the third movie, and like Captain Marvel. I was gonna say like it's a prequel movie, so it doesn't affect the story because Ant-Man came out too. Ant-Man and the Wasp wasn't the best movie ever, but anyways, it came out.
I like the Ghost character.
Ghost was cool, but I feel like she's not gonna be in another movie. I don't think they're gonna give her. But that kind of sort of worked in. I think that maybe should have came out before. Who knows? And then you have Captain Marvel, which is a prequel, and then this next movie is going to be like the end, and then that's gonna be a big that's gonna be really depressing. I think, but it's gonna be a fun movie.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get. I think Spider-Man. Thinking about this, I think Spider-Man's going to be like the main person. Like he's going to be the Iron Man of this next MCU kind of.
He's going to hold it together.
Because I think
like he's going to be the big character.
Because I mean, come on, like the three most well-known superheroes of all time are Batman, Superman, Spider-Man by far.
That's true.
Like I think any person, even like a chimp, could go ooh, and it'd be Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, so I think because even like I feel like putting him with Iron Man was almost like a foreshadowing. Like, hey, like Spider-Man, and I think like Spider-Man's gonna be the next guy. He's gonna grow. He's gonna become an adult, and then maybe eventually Miles Morales comes along, and then you can still keep the Spider-Man brand going, but with somebody new. So when Tom Holland gets older, you don't keep putting him through the ringer in the suit when he's in his 30s per se.
Yeah.
You know?
And speaking on solo movies, one solo movie that I would love to see, Mystique.
Yeah,
Jennifer Lawrence.
Okay, yeah.
I would love to see a solo movie.
I'm glad that you appreciate her character, because I did like what they did with her in First Class, and I thought it was cool that, because Mystique, people get the wrong idea about her. She's never been a complete villain. She's kind of like Catwoman, that she's doing the right thing for the wrong reason, or no, she's doing the right thing, but she's going about it in almost a wrong way to like the social norm. Like the way you look at it is you're saying like she's not doing it the right way she should. She's kind of doing it any means necessary. So like it makes I like the idea of her being a former X-Man and her kind of going with Magneto, and then I think maybe in Apocalypse they focus too much on her, but that's neither here nor there. But it'd be interesting because she could create the Freedom Force, which is like a team of her mutants, which is government or run. So it could be like sort of like how the Avengers in the comics became part of the government. Basically, it's like her and a bunch of these like kind of third-rate kind of villain mutants, and they're kind of like they're basically taking out terrorists and terrorist organizations under the government. I think that'd actually be a really cool movie.
And
actually,
they're kind of just sleeping on that character right now because Jennifer Lawrence is an amazing actor.
Yeah.
You saw her in Hunger Games.
Yeah,
she did so well.
Yeah, and actually they're doing she will be in the new X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix, that's coming out in June. But until then, but no, that'd be cool to do if you're focusing on solo movies. They've already given her all this attention. That might not be a bad idea. It might be a fun little kind of like Black Ops movie, like her and Freedom Force going into like different organizations, maybe taking out. I don't know, like maybe if you want to rewrite history, maybe they killed Bin Laden. Who knows?
But yeah, she could be sick as a solo superhero.
Yeah, no,
it would be entertaining to watch.
She's good. She's a good fighter.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, you could really delve into her character. I think like a Cyclops solo movie, like
and to have another like woman.
Yeah,
people would love that.
Yeah. And I think like
I know there's Wonder Woman.
About,
but like after that, you don't really see too many.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel now, yeah.
And apparently there's gonna be an all-female Avengers movie. But like me and Colson were saying, Cyclops I think should deserve a solo movie because he's the leader of the X-Men and he's never really gotten a lot of like recognition or respect. And I think it'd be really cool to see his character get some sort of love and signification in some sort of way. And we're joined by Jordan here. He was a guest star in the first episode. He's just going to be sitting in and listening. And if he has anything to chime in on, he's more than welcome to. But yeah, I think Cyclops should also get a solo movie. Yeah. Wolverine, I think, he's never gotten a solo movie. I'm joking. Wolverine's gotten like 6 solo movies. The first 3 X-Men.
Wolverine's gone now.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're going to bring it over to Marvel and restart, they're probably going to bring in a new actor eventually.
Yeah,
Tom Hardy?
I mean...
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart as Wolverine.
It would be perfect.
Yeah,
in the comic books,
No,
Wolverine's a
but
really
not.
short character.
Actually?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Is he,
he's a short, like...
He's like 5'5" or something.
5'5". And
Oh,
like Kevin
Jordan's
Hart's
height.
like a short, buff guy. I think.
yeah, but would you... I don't know. Would they be able to make Wolverine black?
I feel like there would be controversy around it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I mean, like, if they're willing
I mean,
to do it
like-
with Superman,
Yeah.
then why not?
I would like it. I mean, like, obviously there's other actors that
But
people
I feel
want.
like Wolverine's kind of more of a serious
Yeah.
character.
I feel like it would be a...
And Kevin Hart makes
It
jokes for
could have
everything.
been a push for Kevin
It's
Hart's
just in The
accent.
Rock will be Professor X, Kevin Hart will be
Oh
Wolverine.
my gosh.
I want
Rock
to
is
see. I want to
Professor
see that
X.
movie, but
He's
only
bald.
as a
As a joke.
movie.
Yeah, no, like a fun little kind
I
of
think-
parody. Like the
I think-
superhero. Have you seen superhero movie with Drake Bell from like?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, they parody like Spider-Man and a bunch of other. It's really funny.
I think Kevin Hart could do it. I like Kevin Hart as an actor. I mean, there's obviously other more accurate characters.
Tom Hardy.
People
Yep.
to play it. Yeah, Tom Hardy could do a good job, but I just like the.
The
Yeah.
only character that I think they could pull off as being black is Batman.
You think Batman could be the black guy?
Yeah, I'd prefer, honestly, in my opinion, of course, but I'd prefer Superman to be a white man and then possibly Batman to be a black man.
As long as the black. Okay. As long as the black Batman is still Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
There's been other adaptations of Batman, like in the comic books. There's Batman Beyond, which is in the future, and it's
Yeah.
a new guy takes over.
Shui.
Yeah.
And then there's Robin's takeover as Batman.
Yeah.
But I don't think Batman can not be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Not for a long
And
time.
if they are, like, they started with Black Panther,
Yeah.
starting with different cultures and opening our eyes to
Yeah.
something else, they could start, like, hiring, like, possibly Asian casts
Yeah.
Okay, I see what
as
you mean.
superheroes. They could just diversify everything.
And, yeah, and the
Yeah.
thing is, actually, you could do that with Green Lantern. I know I'm jumping on the Green Lantern thing again, huge fan, but if you're doing another Justice League movie, you could do any Green Lantern because there's like Hispanic Green Lantern, there's a Middle Eastern Green Lantern, there's a white Green Lantern, there's a black Green
I
Lantern.
could see an Asian Green Lantern.
Yeah, no, you
Good.
could easily do like if you want to make Kyle. I don't know, make a different human. I don't know if people want to see an Asian Kyle Rayner like controversy, but Jon Stewart is a very well-known black superhero, and he's a Green Lantern, and he was actually the Green Lantern in the Justice League cartoon, which many people, Colson and I included, have fond memories on. So you could do that too, because people, would love to see some,
Bless you,
diversity, which I
Thank
do
you.
agree. So that would totally work too. But yeah,
Yeah. I agree. I'm a little on the fence about the black Batman. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's
at
because you
first.
love Batman.
It is, but if it's Bruce Wayne, I don't know how much I would care. Like,
Fit the personality.
like Idris Elba playing him, Heimdall, he'd be a really
that
good
would
Bruce
be a
Wayne.
really.
I'm not.
like,
I'm not
that'd be
trying to be
amazing.
racist. Or
No,
anything.
I know
I'm just
exactly
saying-
what you're trying to say though. I get like a
Okay,
good
but
detective
did you
like Idris
see,
Elba
like,
though would be perfect. I
that
think.
character that plays Heimdall facing off against I love Henry Cavill's Superman. I
Yeah.
have a cardboard cutout of him in my room.
Yeah,
Those two facing off in a
$10
Batman
you got
v
it from.
Superman movie would be insane.
Yeah,
I
actually.
don't really like Ben Affleck, but he was the right build for it.
Yeah.
and he looked good. But that would be an insane movie that I would enjoy watching.
You know what I just thought of, Josh, when you brought up the idea of diversifying many characters, like Asians and stuff. I'm going back, they should totally, if Marvel would do, an X-Men movie, they actually, there's a team, the second generation of X-Men were actually called the International Team.
Yeah.
So that's when they brought in Wolverine, Canadian, Storm, who is African, Colossus, who is Russian, there was actually an Asian, Japanese man called Firestorm. And I believe they also have a Native American, and I think that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Because, you do the first team, but if you brought in the second team, and there's also Banshee,
Yeah.
Irish.
She's Irish.
And I think that'd be a cool idea because that's diversifying your cast, and you're not completely whitewashing it either, or minority washing it. You're just it's a good blend,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that would be a really perfect idea too. Which is actually I'm glad we touched on the subject of kind of diversifying film because I think that's a really good idea for the upcoming Marvel movies too.
Because right now they're diversifying with black culture.
Mhm.
They're bringing in the Black Panther.
Yeah, which I think
And-
is a really good idea, and
Yeah.
I like the positive feedback
And
that's got.
If they are trying to continue to do that,
yeah.
then they should bring in an Asian superhero.
Yeah, no, I think if they want to do a Firestorm with a team or something like that. I'm trying to think.
Adam, the second.
I was gonna say that,
Adam
yeah.
was an Asian superhero.
If they, you can do a different take on another superhero. Because I mean, when you look at the main Avengers lineup, it's mainly white people or white males. So
the second version of the Hulk in the comic books right now.
Amadeus Cho. That's right. I was gonna say that, but
I mean, if they're finishing off with the Hulk sooner or later, because they said his story arc is coming to a close in the next Avengers film.
Yeah.
They could bring in the new Hulk.
Namor.
And Namor's an Asian.
Yeah, Namor. He's Aquaman of Marvel.
Yeah.
And I think it's already been kind of discussed. So
I can't get over Black Batman now. I kind of like it.
yeah, no,
see it.
Idris
That's what I'm
Elba.
saying.
Thinking about it,
That's what I'm saying.
I think it could
because there's going to be a Black Robin in Batman Forever, Marlon Wayans. So
yeah,
you know,
there's a lot of talk in the comic books about when right now Jason Todd, the second Robin, who became Red Hood, was almost changed to a black character.
really,
Yeah, and I
wasn't
but
there's a
think it would
character
be
named
alright.
Duke Thomas.
Yeah, he's not a Robin though. He was almost like a Batwing type character.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did come in for there, and there's an Asian sidekick to Batman now. There was
Okay.
in the comics
Oh, okay,
for a little
yeah.
bit.
Oh, do like a Green Hornet movie, Asian sidekick. Like I'm pretty sure Bruce Lee. No, Bruce Lee wasn't the original. I can't remember. But I just anyways.
Actually, no, you're right.
Bruce Lee
was the original taxi driver.
Yeah, he was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he faced off against Adam West and Batman.
Because
That's right.
I like what they've done with Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
Deadpool's quote unquote sidekick,
Oh,
the cab driver.
Depender, what was his name? Depender? Dulpender, yeah.
Jordan knows he's Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the cast of diverse people.
Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah.
And it's amazing. I love what they're doing with the movies nowadays.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no, they're doing a really good job with them.
And I know it's it's hard for. I'm a big comic book fan, and it's hard to see them steer away from the typical comic book character.
Yeah, but if they're trying to become more relevant, it's what
Yeah.
they have to do.
And it doesn't have to. Just because they don't look exactly like the character, doesn't mean they're going to do a good version. I think I touched on it earlier that
Flash.
Stephen Amell is not the typical Green Arrow in the comic
Green
books.
Arrow. Yeah.
But people love him. He's a great actor. He's doing a really good job of it, and I feel like they could do that with other heroes too. Like just because Batman's black in a movie doesn't mean he's not Bruce Wayne. Doesn't mean he's gritty.
It doesn't take
mean
away his
he's-
personality.
No, he has the same personality. It's just different color, and I'm sure a black actor would do a great job.
Yeah.
It could make the movies more diverse.
Yeah, and it could really open it up
yeah.
to a new audience.
Yeah, and even a new variety of actors.
Exactly, yeah.
Like actors that could bring something new to the character, and something that other actors that are closer might not have been able to. Closer to the description.
Yeah, because a lot of actors may look at kind of superhero movies and go like, and we'll look at the roles and just like, oh, it's only for white people, so they'll kind of get deterred away from it. But now, when you see like if they did like Batman as black, you'd be like, wow, like there's so many possibilities opening up. So really, the superhero world, I know like some people gripe like, oh, that's the only movies that come out now. But to be fair, superheroes are really like
Relevant
they can
now.
be relevant and important. And they shape, and they're important to a lot of people, and like they do make some great movies and some subject matter. But anyways, I think that'll be it for our discustion on superheroes.
We could continue this later.
We could definitely continue this later.
Cut here and
Yep.
possibly come back later.
So we'll probably do
we'll
probably do a part 2 probably later on today or whenever. So yeah.
To be continued. And we're back. It has only been a second for you guys, but it's been a couple days for us.
Okay, so I guess since we were kind of talking about diversity last, I think the way we can kind of transition into our final topic is, I think, in my opinion, the film studio that produces superhero movies that does the best job when it comes to diversity would probably be Marvel Studios. You can argue here or there, like, it could very well be Fox or DC, but in my opinion, I think Marvel does the best job. And I guess we can kind of segue into Avengers 4, kind of go full circle here. Apparently the trailer could possibly drop for us right now this Friday, which I believe is the 23rd or something. I think it's the 23rd.
Yeah, because the 22nd Thursday tomorrow.
Yeah,
It is the 23rd.
which is Black Friday, of course. What do you guys predict could possibly happen with this new Avengers movie? What do you think could happen?
I'm thinking they go back in time.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people think. Mm-hmm.
I think the way they're going to play into it, though, is that it's like forward in time.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the events that happened stuck and it's gone on.
Okay, yeah.
And then they have to travel back in time, you know what I mean? So, like, it's like 25 or so odd years in the future.
And then they go back?
Yeah.
That makes
but
sense.
like, what would Do you think Thanos is gonna continue to be bad, or?
No, like he went away, went to like do his stuff on the planet
Oh yeah, he retired.
at the end of the movie, and then I think like it just moves on. Like I feel like the Avengers are still disbanded
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like they couldn't save the planet. You know
No,
what I mean,
and
I
they
feel like that's how people
Couldn't
are gonna
save
see
any
it.
of the new characters.
Yeah, and then everybody's just gonna be in some kind of depression. Maybe Tony has a kid.
Oh yeah,
Tony
yeah.
has a kid. Do you
Possibly.
think? Do you think his wife was in the snap though?
Well,
Because it's a
I don't know.
possibility, is it not?
it is. Yeah, Pepper could have. Pepper got taken out. I don't know. I don't think so because there's been a lot of set photos of her in a suit.
Oh yeah, no. So
Oh.
I think she's
Yeah.
gonna be rescued and she'll be fine.
Do you
But-
think she knows how to work like an Iron Man suit?
Yeah,
Well,
because
she-
in Iron Man 3,
yeah,
right?
She did it in Iron Man 3.
Which
Plus-
wasn't a very good movie, but it's still canon.
Step up, Evan. Step up.
The Iron Man sequels aren't very good. That's why they named Civil War Captain America to sell more tickets. But anyways, I
Even
think
though they-
I like the idea of the kind of X-Men Days of Future Past-esque future where it's all desolate. People are dead, and the superheroes are just kind of scattered all over the planet, and they're like, what can we do? Thanos is won. The gauntlet's destroyed. There's no way to go back in time to reverse what's happened. And then, maybe Tony Stark pulls Ant-Man out of the quantum realm. I don't know how they're going to get Ant-Man out of there unless they go back in time before Ant-Man goes in the quantum realm. Because I actually looked on IMDb and I was looking at the cast list, and two of the people that were actually cast they're just like extras, but they were actually like, one of them said like 1970s woman and like 1970s like cab driver or scientist. So that leads me to believe that they're possibly going to be going into the 1970s, which maybe they'll talk to like Hank Pym when he created Pym particles and like try to figure out how they can get Scott out. I think Captain America, something's going to happen with in the 1940s because there's been set photos of Steve in like a very 1940s-esque suit.
Yeah.
There's older cars, and there's also some extras cast as like 1940s woman or soldier. So I think it's definitely going to be time hopping, and not to mention the director Joe Russo, or co-director, said that the stakes are going to be like 100% higher.
Yeah.
So like, how big this last movie was to us? This one's going to be so much bigger.
Why do you think they're going back in time though? Like time travel is pretty much imminent, but they're clearly not just going back to fight Thanos.
Yeah, no,
They're
there's
going back to the 1940s.
Well, I mean, if Evan's right, and if they go like 25 years
Maybe-
into the future, they'll have time to come up with a plan.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
maybe
But
like
why are they traveling so far back?
I think they're gonna stop Red Skull from like how at the
They,
end of
they
Captain
might
America.
have to go that far back.
Like, remember how he had the Tesseract and, like, he
Yeah.
got destroyed and sent to the planet where the Soul Stone is? I think they may stop that. They may take the Tesseract from him or somehow, because Thor would know how. Or, like, and obviously Cap and Tony would, so maybe they prevent that from happening, and then that somehow causes the Soul Stone to be put into somebody else's hands. Maybe Adam Warlock. Probably wouldn't happen. Or maybe some other scenario. I don't know. I don't know if they really want to rewrite a bunch of previous Marvel movies and make them completely pointless now. Maybe they would for the sake of this story, but you never know. I think that could happen. I think time travel is just another way to kind of keep the narrative going, I guess, and make it interesting and new, because we've never really seen time travel in the MCU before.
What do you think's gonna happen to Doctor Strange?
I think he'll come back.
Well, because like if they're going back in time to hide the soul or like the stones,
Oh, okay.
do you think they will let him keep his?
I think they'll, because I think the Sanctum Sanctorum, or the I can't remember what the thing, like, or the Mystic Arts people, I can't remember like what Strange's kind of group is, but I think they've always had the Time Stone. So I think after they use it to defeat Thanos, they're gonna separate them, because that's kind of what they did in the comics, was kind of keep them away from each other so nobody could really like wield the power.
Yeah, but Thanos did that, and they were all separated.
Fair enough, but
Like,
maybe,
yeah, there was
they'll-
multiple on Earth, but
maybe they'll destroy the gauntlet, like an actual gauntlet that can hold the stones, and they'll make sure like the dwarf guy just never lets a gauntlet get created ever again, maybe, and maybe they just kind of separate all the stones. So like they give the time stone back to like the wizards, and they they just hide the soul stone. Maybe they just hide all the stones in like different areas. Maybe Doctor Strange becomes irrelevant again. Who knows?
but they're making him another movie, are they not?
I guess, but maybe it's like Doctor Strange, ER, and he's a doctor again.
Whoa.
I doubt that, but you do.
It's like Grey's Anatomy, Marvel movie style.
Yeah, but then how would they incorporate the Avengers into it? Or, like, not the Avengers.
Tony
but,
Stark
like,
got a piece of shrapnel into his chest. We have to make him
and then
Iron
Doctor
Man.
Strange has to save him?
Maybe Doctor Strange was the doctor that saved Tony in the first Iron Man. Ooh.
No, the doctor that saved Tony in the first Iron Man was not Stephen Strange.
Maybe
know
it was.
Because he died in
Maybe
the first
it
Iron Man
was.
movie, but it definitely wasn't because we freaking saw him.
Anyway, no, he hasn't had plastic surgery to look like
he
Benedict
got
Cumberbatch.
shot. He got shot many times, and he was like
I think
of a different ethnicity.
I think
Also-
possibly he
also-
could have been resurrected by the Soul Stone.
I doubt that. They can destroy Infinity Stones though. Like in the comics, that was never a possibility, but they've done it in the movie.
Yeah, and they were thinking about destroying the Time Stone, but Doctor Strange wouldn't allow that.
Yeah,
but I
that-
mean, like they can. They have the ability to destroy stones.
So,
really,
what do you think would happen if they destroyed one?
Well, nothing really important happened when they destroyed the one that was in Vision's head, except
I
for
mean-
they would have to make sure that the Time Stone was destroyed too, because it.
But then Doctor Strange is just irrelevant.
Not really. He can do
Well,
a ton of stuff.
But if
without
he
the
loses
stone.
his stone,
What?
then what happens?
Yeah, I don't really read Doctor Strange
He
comics,
doesn't,
so
he doesn't need this. Okay, first of all, in the comics, he doesn't have the stone. The necklace that he has isn't connected to
well,
the
in
Time
New
Stone at
52
all.
he does.
That's not even Marvel. But he still has all of his powers with or without the stone.
Yeah, but in the 80s comics run, he had the stones. He had all the stones for like a short time.
He's smirking right now.
I know.
Yeah, no, I'm lying.
I know you are.
I think I got you though.
No, you didn't get me. But he can still do it. Like, he doesn't need the stone.
Can he still use his magic without the stone?
Yeah.
But the stone fuels the magic.
No, it doesn't.
That's what they said in the third movie.
There was no third Doctor Strange. I don't
Okay.
know why you gotta be...
Okay, I'm done. Continue.
Yeah, he doesn't need the stone. He just... his thing is to protect the stone.
Yeah, because he made a vow to protect it.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, when worst comes to worst, come on.
Yeah, but he didn't destroy it when he gave it to frickin' Thanos.
Yeah, but that's because they didn't have Wanda there to destroy it. She's the only one who could
Oh.
destroy the stone.
But I mean, it was a whole part of the master plan because he saw
Wait,
all the
did-
possibilities. He was like, "There's only one where we win."
Saw some of the possible
Did Wanda get killed in the snap?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So...
So now she can't destroy any of the stones.
Well, if there's time travel involved, I'm sure they can find a way to... Did you see Ant-Man and the Wasp, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if you were following the whole...
Oh,
him stuck
yeah,
in the
yeah.
quantum realm.
Yeah. After
Yeah.
he went to go get...
Maybe they're messing around. Maybe Tony's been messing around with it and found him in the quantum realm.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Like, they have to stumble upon him somehow. Like,
Fair enough, yeah.
they don't know he's in there. Nobody knows he's there, except for the 3 people that died in the snap.
Oh,
Spoiler
shoot,
alert.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. All right, so we believe that.
So he's kind of just stuck.
Yeah, pretty much like the next 5 years.
Oh, man.
Or however long.
So, like, if they go in time, do you think they're gonna stop trying to save them, or do you think they're gonna come up with ways to time travel and to
I think
end up going back so the snap never happens?
they're gonna just make sure the snap never happens, and I think they're gonna try to leave everything as it is. So like Spider-Man getting found by Tony Stark, and then him being a part of Civil War. I think they're gonna have pretty much everything play out like before, but just no Infinity Gauntlet. Like the stones are separated or destroyed completely, something like that.
what you think is they're basically just gonna erase the last movie, like it never happened?
Probably, yeah.
I think everybody's going to remember it happened.
Well, yeah, everybody's gonna remember the movie
No, but I mean, I think everybody...
Like the characters are gonna remember it. I think so too. Yeah.
when they go back.
Yeah.
So, like, only the characters that survived the snap are gonna remember, or do
Yeah.
you think the people that were?
No, I think...
That'd be too traumatizing. Spider-Man comes back. Holy shit.
Yeah, but I kind of think he's going to. Like, I think a big part of the next movie is going to be that he remembers dying.
Some people believe it's going to take place before, though, which I don't.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, no.
Because if Tony's stuck with the memory of,
Yeah, but
Peter dying?
we have to
yeah,
take
Peter
into
dying,
a
that's
great-
gonna be awful.
Dude, he's not gonna let Peter ever put the suit on again. He probably
No.
won't. He probably won't let anybody be a superhero again.
We're
Tony's
talking-
basically Peter's dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
pretty
have,
this
much.
point.
He's his Uncle Ben.
we have to take into the consideration that this is very well Tony's last movie.
Yeah, and this is Chris Evans' last movie.
Yeah,
so
this is
Cap's either
100%
dying or he's just
Cap's last
retiring.
movie. This is possibly...
Do you think they'll get a new Cap?
No, I think maybe Bucky or Falcon, but I don't think either one of them really.
Do you think they're keeping Bucky?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's gonna stay around for.
I just don't think he's gonna have a big role. I think he may take a break.
Yeah, but if Cap dies in the next movie,
Or-
then Bucky has to be a big part of it because Bucky's Cap's best friend.
Bucky's gone though. Bucky's dead.
Right
What?
now,
Oh, he was in
He
the
was
snap.
like he was the very first one to get snapped.
Yeah. Okay. if
I
we're-
think the death
So is
that pissed me
Falcon.
off the most was Black Panther's death.
Oh yeah.
Because
This is no place to
This
die.
is no place to die, and then he dies.
Yeah, he grabs his friend's hand. M'Baku didn't die though.
Oh, that's
Imagine
Neither
if
did
M'Baku
Siri.
became the Black.
M'Baku.
Siri didn't die either.
I
No,
never
I'm
brought
just
that
gonna
up.
no, I'm just saying like that. It's probably gonna.
She'll
play.
probably become
That
Black
might-
Panther.
Or like deal with the guilt of her brother dying. You know what I mean? I feel like that might be a big plot point
Yeah.
because a lot of people like the Black Panther characters.
So we predict time travel,
Yeah,
depressing world events and
Yeah.
world
it's
views.
definitely gonna be a sad movie.
Yeah. Characters coming back from the dead and possibly remembering the horrific snap, which would be very interesting. I think that actually helped their characters grow.
Who do you think's gonna be the most important super that lived?
Iron Man.
Iron Man and Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Thor too. I think the first
think-
kind of 3 big Avengers are
Yeah.
going to be very
Right.
important.
Yeah.
Hulk not so much. I think Bruce is going to take a bit of a backseat because it's gonna. I think in that movie it's going to be like Hulk Bruce, like it's going to be
Yeah.
Hulk.
I like Hulk's character.
I like Hulk, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't like Hulk.
I didn't like him in Ragnarok, but that's because he was
I
stuck
only
as a Hulk
liked him in
all the time.
Ragnarok.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked him in Avengers. I didn't like him in Avengers too.
He just doesn't have the biggest role.
No, you can't really make a solo movie about him
No, it's just
unless it's
too
Talking Hulk,
complicated.
because then
Yeah.
Talking Hulk's interesting because
Well, I mean-
he's actually smart.
You can make a movie about him, but
Because he has a banished brain.
Well,
in mind.
yeah, but
I feel like if you made a movie about him, it would have to be more like mostly Banner,
Yeah.
like dealing
yeah.
with everything.
Or it's just Hulk having Banner's mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
because like you couldn't make the solo movie for the Thing.
No. Well,
Yeah, but he can talk though.
Yeah,
He-
but he's still not that relevant. And
I
he's
mean, the
not
Fantastic
that
Four have never
big.
really been relevant.
I mean, they were relevant a long time ago.
Yeah, like the 1960s.
They haven't been.
Yeah,
as
but
relevant
whose
lately.
favorite character was the Thing?
Like, really, who
funny.
what kid went out and be like, I want to be like the Fantastic Four?
Well, I had all of the Fantastic Four
We-
costumes. I was the Thing for Halloween,
But we know you were Honey.
and I was also.
I was
the Human
Batman for
Torch.
Halloween.
I've been every superhero.
I've been
Jordan-
Spider-Man for Halloween.
Jordan, our buddy Jordan comes out as Superman. Coulson comes out as the Thing. Oh, so we got Superman and
What are you,
Rock Boy.
Rock Boy.
I'm the Thing. Oh, yes, you are, Sweet Pea. You are the Thing.
It was when friggin' the second Fantastic Four movie came out in theaters.
Oh, jeez.
Silver Surfer.
I think that was like one of the
That
first
was-
superhero movies I ever saw.
That was actually a decent one. I like
That was
one.
alright.
I saw it in theater with my grandma, and bless her soul, but like it was a good special effects movie.
Yeah.
But it was she like played it out like it was the best movie she's ever seen. Like
Oh
honestly,
my
if you
gosh.
ask her about it, she like the special effects in that movie were mind blowing.
4K quality.
Like, okay, grandma.
I mean, the scene where Torch goes after Surfer was pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
new suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a rental.
It's a rental.
All right, now I got a question for you guys.
I know.
Who is your favorite superhero?
God damn it, Josh.
Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man, DC Green Lantern. The Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Or the Wally West Flash.
Yeah. Okay. So a wide variety. there.
Those are that's it. I
I'd
promise.
say Marvel, probably Captain America, and then DC the Flash.
Respect.
Were you team Captain America?
Always.
Hell yeah, he
Me and
was.
Josh were really close before this podcast.
Hey,
So were we.
No.
remember last year
Wow.
in Toronto, I said my favorite superhero was Captain America.
Yeah, I know. My
Clearly he
favorite,
doesn't listen to us.
my favorite DC. Okay, no way. My favorite Marvel superhero is Spider-Man, followed closely by Iron Man. My favorite DC superhero.
Say it.
God damn.
Say it.
Rick Grayson.
I hate you. Oh my god. Okay.
Batman.
I have 3.
Duke Thomas.
3 in order. Ready? Dick Grayson, Nightwing.
Just your favorite.
Dick Grayson, Nightwing.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.
Alright.
I also like Green Arrow and Batman. I don't like heroes with superpowers.
Apparently
As much as
not.
people
No,
would just even though no, not really.
because Green Lantern's got his ring, and then Batman has money.
I say Green Arrow, but
Oh, Green Arrow. My bad.
They
I thought you
both
said
have
Green
money.
Lantern.
No, Green Lantern sucks.
Well, I mean, it's a lot more interesting than Green Arrow, but whatever.
You say
We'll
so.
continue. Anyways, so I guess that will kind of wrap it up for our superhero podcast.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it off.
Yeah, and if you guys really did enjoy this one, let us know, and we would probably follow it up with another one in the future.
Yeah, and I'm sure we are going to do a review on
Avengers 4.
Avengers 4, yeah.
When it comes out. And other superhero movies.
Yeah, like
Friday.
Spider-Man, Spideyverse.
I want to see the Aquaman movie.
Yeah, that
That comes
was
out
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we'll talk to you next time on the New Life Podcast.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye for now.
Peace.